Angelica, Celaya.
Angelica, thank you so much for joining us. Muchas gracias.
Yay! Gracias.
So some of us understand the TV shows are adapted from the comics and your character is taken from the comics, but for those people who haven't read the comics, could you sort of tell us about the character?
Yeah, well, Zed comes from the Hellblazer world, you know, with Constantine, and she's a sensitive. She gets vision. She's always within the arts, either spray painting or drawing or something, and that's how she translates her visions. And she's running away from situations in her life. And within the show, we see her running with walls, not really trusting, scared, but through it being scared, she becomes tough. You know, that's what really happens to us. That's what Zed is right now. Yeah.
You guys better ask questions, otherwise I'm going to.
So how closely based is it to the? So I thought it was going to follow a similar storyline in the comic. There's some of the Garth Ennis stuff. There was talk that the character was going to be sort of similar to one of the characters from the comic. I guess it's more of a question for David Goyer, but do you know if your character is based at all on?
It is based on Zed from Hellblazer. It's 100% based on Zed from Hellblazer, and it is Zed from Hellblazer,
it is.
and we're not shying away from her at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how did you prepare for the role? Did you read through the Hellblazer comics?
Yeah, they gave me a stack of books, and they're like, here you go, and that's where I got that she's extremely sarcastic, but so funny, refreshingly sarcastic. So I'm like loving her, and then it came to where I said, oh, I get to meet her. Okay, cool.
Have you read? I'm sorry.
Yeah, no.
I was going to say, have you read any of the comic books before? Any comic books ever?
No, never. I grew up in southern Arizona, and all I wanted to be was like She-Ra, and you know, my brothers be He-Man, and we're gonna protect the world. That's so corny. I'm sorry.
Awesome. So, what is your favorite aspect of this?
Oh my God, that she really, really wishes that her family could be a real family, and she really wishes love was love and protection was protection, and that's why she runs to Constantine in this badass world, because in a way that's protection.
I know we're still beginning to get to know Zed, but in terms of the filming, is there anything that you have added to the character that wasn't already scripted?
Yeah, they casted it, you know, that she so happens to be Latina, so I bring, you know, the Latin there. I bring give, you know, Constantine a little run for his money when I talk Spanish. Bring that in, you know, give it a little sass there, and the way I portray Zed, because Zed in Hellblazer, she keeps running away from her family, and she does not want to be, you know, in the Christian crusade or anything. She doesn't want to give birth to, you know, second coming of Christ. So I based her and what I did with girls I grew up around seeing, which was girls who were running away from family, who were running away from home, and that really wished they had a solid ground to be, you know, and embraced. And from consequences of that, they become rough and they become a little protective, and then, you know, the walls come down, and then they just overflow, and they become, you know, like puppies.
How cool is it to not have to play the damsel in distress?
Oh my God, I am blessed. I don't know how to play. I don't know how to play the damsel in distress. I'm a big Mexican. I don't know how to play damsel in distress. My mother taught me, there's trouble, fix it. You cry, no honey, you dry your tears, you fix the problem. There's no crying in baseball, you know? You just go.
I was going to ask, what is the responsibility of being a Latino woman in genre horror? Because, you know, that's not a common thing.
I love it. I love that the fact that she is Latina, and she so happens to be Latina. Not that, you know, she's, you know,
correct.
Zed is, you know, showing her butt and her breast, and, you know, like, whoa, you know, it's like, no, there's no types of stereotypes here. It's, you know, she just so happens to be Latina, as all Latinas are. They just so happen to be. They didn't choose to be.
I think that's awesome.
And it's a big step forward. I am so blessed and honored to be given that. I couldn't ask for more.
You talk about going. You talk about going toe to toe with Constantine and like really fast like that. And Constantine's not known to be like a physical like action book, but might Zed be a little physical in her sassiness and her?
She can be physical, but toe to toe is that Constantine is. Besides the master of the dark arts, he's also the master of saying all this stuff and manipulation, doing 10 rounds, running around you 10 times and you won't even notice. That's what he does with the way he talks. And Zed is like, no. Cut it down. Snip, snip, snip. Okay, you said all that, you mean this. And so that's the going toe to toe and like, no. And him trying to push Zed away. And Zed saying, excuse me? You're doing what? No, no.
Could you talk a little bit about getting involved with this series, because you came aboard after the original pilot had been shot. So was this a regular audition, and you go into the room and there's like 45 other potential Zeds that all look exactly like you? Like, what do you have to do to make them notice you and think that you're perfect for this character?
Well, I didn't go into a room with 45 different. There was about 3. And then I found out that there was more, but it was an audition. It was you go and you cast, and you go and you do your work, and I go in there and I presented who I thought Zed was. It's not that I needed to make her stand out. I just needed to be real to what I thought, and to me, I have to be real to my work and real to the character, because it's a living and breathing character. It's not like cardboard stereotypical stuff. So I go in there with my trying to be 100% real to whatever situation, and then all of a sudden they pull in Daniel Saron, and I did not know he was executive producer, and they sit him down, and I'm like, crap. And then I walk out and I'm like, shit. Why did they do that? It was like the first time I was like auditioning my first time. Usually come in to like invite you back. Now we want you to meet the producer. No, it was like first time I'm like, oh my god, this is horrible. I remember calling my fiance like, oh my god, I totally did not do a good job. A couple of days later, they want me to see David here. And then with David, did a chemistry read with Matt. And I was like, oh, pressure is on! And played around with the characters so many times. And I was always true to what I thought was true and I realized I worked so well with Matt and whatever he gives to a situation, so I can let myself just throw myself into the scene, and he catches me. And he does the same thing and I catch him, and it's so rewarding when you get to work with people like that, and I'm guessing that's what got it.
Can you talk about the special effects or the stunts or something working with supernatural TV shows that surprised you so far?
It's the stunt work is awesome. The special. Okay, I did not know how elaborate special effects are. I did not know how precise it has to be. And then all of a sudden I find myself, what's that ball with a mirror? And what are the little... And why are we doing green stand? And why are we... Oh. And then we're doing really awesome special effects where I the same guy who's doing some films, and it's like, this is exactly what we're going to do. And they show me what they did on such a movie, and I'm like, oh damn, that's good. And then you get into it a lot more. It's a little, in the beginning it's a little odd, especially because Zed has visions. So it's like you're in a field smelling whatever, and it's like, okay, let's do it. And it's a little rough, but in the end it comes together, and you get into it like when you're a kid, and you're like, and remember, you can't do it because the dragon's gonna hear you, and so you have to. And as a kid, you would do it as 100% real because it was true. So it's getting back to that. Yeah.
Guys, thank you so much.
Thank you.